Ladies and gentlemen, dear participants of the 5th MSP Forum, welcome back to the main stage. My name is Artis Ozoliņš, and I'm truly happy to see you all here. For myself, this is a return of two kind of sorts. First of all, I just remembered that on this stage 25 years ago, I was a little kid, I was dancing traditional Latvian folk dances. So return to this stage. I'm very happy about that. And I'm very happy to see you in person, because we were talking with the organizers, and I think it was 4 years ago. It was still COVID time, and we met through web cameras. I was a part of one of the beta stages of the MSP Forum 4, so I'm happy to see you in person here today. So a round of applause to everyone who came here today. Happy to see you. All right, and we are ready for our next session. It is about the expo, which is a very important part. You can find the expo on the second floor of the lobby. But of course, we understand that it might be hard in the beginning to maybe break ice, to approach someone. So what we wanted to do is highlight the expo as it is here on this stage, and to do it in a more one-of-a-kind, interactive, artistic experience, so that you both hear what is brought to the expo, and you see on the screen something that you might have not seen before. As I want to introduce our very special guest and our artist, Gatis Šļūka. A round of applause to Gatis. So, Gatis, if you may take the microphone, maybe a couple of words. How do you even prepare for an experience like this? Do you draw a lot of seagulls and waves just to prepare your hand?
Yes, I like birds and seagulls, as you said, and sea in overall. Yeah, but looks there is many complicated things also in this in all this topic, so let's see.
And as I see, you have an iPad there. Technically, how do you do this?
Yes, I will draw on iPad, yes. So I already drew some
the
basics at home, so I will continue drawing here in live, so.
Excellent. We're all looking forward to that. So an encouragement to Gatis from us. Thank you, Gatis. Best of luck, and we'll return to you at the very end when we see, hopefully, a masterpiece on our screen. So right now, I will ask the participants of the expo to come on the stage one by one. I'll call you out so you know that you have to prepare, and you'll have a maximum of 5 minutes. The timer is right here, so we move in a according way, and we make it in time before our lunch break. So, the first one coming to the stage is Estonia, and Latvia, you are up next. So, with your applause, let's welcome on the stage from Estonia, Lembe Reiman. Welcome, welcome.
Greetings to all MSP Forum participants. It's great to be here with you tonight. I'm delighted to invite you to Estonian stand at Expo, where we present Estonian Maritime Special Plan, a model of inclusive, science-based marine planning for a sustainable future. Let me show you how Estonia is turning complex marine planning challenges into opportunities through innovation, collaboration, and a clear vision for the future. Our vision is simple but powerful. Estonian marine area has good environmental status, diverse and balanced use, and promotes the sustainable growth of blue economy. This vision guides everything we do, from stakeholder engagement to scientific analysis, from multi-use strategies to heritage preservation. We face 3 major challenges. First, strategic uncertainty. The shift toward a sustainable blue economy, combined with changing regulations, makes long-term planning increasingly complex. Second, spatial complexity. Estonia's diverse coastal types and overlapping sectoral interests require tailored location-specific approaches. And third, governance gaps. Aligning land and sea planning remains difficult as terrestrial and marine systems often operate under separate legal and institutional frameworks. Estonia is not just identifying problems, we are solving them. Through targeted projects, we are building capacity and testing new approaches. Projects like MARTE, Marine Technology Excellent Hub, with strengths Estonia-Latvia Maritime Innovation, and Olamur, which develops sustainable offshore aquaculture through co-location with renewable energy, show that Estonia is not just planning the future, we're building it. We bring fast, creative, and responsible yes we can mindset, creating the right conditions to combine technologies in bold and innovative ways. UCL Baltic underwater cultural landscape in the Baltic Sea improves the preservation and management of underwater cultural heritage, shipwrecks, submerged settlements, and historic harbors through a jointly developed methodology that strengthens cross-border collaboration. And in multi-use and port planning, Estonia demonstrates how coordinated planning, such as in Saaremaa, can align infrastructure with environmental goals, while developing ports as multi-use hubs that integrate logistics, innovation, and community benefits. Estonia's MSP is flexible, forward-looking, and rooted in sustainability. It's not just a document, it's a platform for collaboration, innovation, and resilience. Let's shape the future of our seas together. Visit the Estonian stand, share your ideas, and explore how we can collaborate for a smarter, more sustainable marine future. Thank you, and see you all at the Estonian stand.
Thank you, Lembe. Looks like Estonia can. That's the way you fish in Estonia?
Yeah.
Oh, exactly like that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I think Gatis got the glimpse of what you brought to us, Lembe. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A round of applause to our Estonian colleagues. All right now it's Latvia's turn, and Lithuania's up next. With your applause, let's welcome on the stage Anete Bērziņa.
So, can I start? Is the time running out? Okay, yes. Hi, as Arta said, I'm Aneta from the Latvian Ministry team, and I will shortly introduce and invite you to the Latvian Expo, which is super cool, because we invite you to showcase our Latvian MSP and Coastal Spatial Planning playground. And I would like to say you that we have prepared new things, or to say so, toys, for you to check. And as you are aware, we are having the Baltic Sea2Land project. You know, we have conference and everything here, and our project gave us a lot of new great things built by Latvian MSP people and community. And now I will just give a small information with keywords about the greatest things that are mentioned in our expo. So first of all, during the, oh, my hands are shaking because I'm very worried. And yes, first of all, Latvian national team prepared an interim report for the Latvian Coastal Plan implementation, and it gave a lot of interesting conclusions. For example, the Latvian case identified the implementation of the Coastal Plan is quite successful despite of all the global challenges. And that includes things like COVID-19 pandemic, also the geopolitical processes and climate change together with demographic processes in the region. And also we have understood the developments such as renewable energy and construction. They raise a lot of discussions about impact on the landscape and the local communities, which is already mentioned previously as a very important aspect to consider always. Secondly, we are proud to say that during Baltic Sea2Land project, our partner Kurzeme Planning Region developed first of the time regional coastal plan. And I would really be happy if you could discover it more, because I find it very meaningful that we deep dive more in regional aspects and issues, because national perspective is strategic, but regional perspective, I think, brings you closer to community. And last but not least, the third big work done was amazing landscape mapping all along Latvian sea and coast for 500 kilometers. Our colleagues did an amazing job mapping Latvian landscape in a near-shore zone. And this is a great addition to our both interim report assessment and the new coastal plan. So, what's next? Yes, and as you know, Latvian MSP team and coastal planning team historically is a great project player. I know a lot of you have been our partners in the different projects which Kira with the nice logos showed to us. And to say so, to combine it or take it together, Latvian team has built Latvian Maritime and Coastal Spatial Tool, where we are putting together the project results, our MSP work and our coastal planning work, which has been done in many years already, I think more than 10. And I think that, and our team thinks that it's very important that projects are not scattered around the different web pages and platforms, but now all the Latvian great and worthy work is put together, and everybody who is interested and who needs it, they can look in and use for their work. And yes, not to forget, all this work was supported by Baltic Sea2Land project solution, Sea2Land Navigator, and as it already says, it's a good supporting tool, and it made us think more about the ways how we work and how we create our results. And yes, what's the way forward? Now when we have interim report finished, and previously we finished our MSP interim report, and we are also currently doing a study on multi-use legal framework, how it possibly could be developed. All this is initiating our work to do next, amendments of Latvian MSP. So if I didn't mention something, please check in our expo stand, and you are very welcome to play with Latvia. Thank you.
Thank you, Anete. Let's take a look while we have still some more time. That's what we have, landscape mapping. It's right here, a postcard from Latvia, so to say. Yes. MSP Forum in the center, of course. We see the lighthouses, northwest, east, south. I think Gatis deserves a round of applause, and so does Anete. Thank you, Anete. Perfect. All right, we're moving on to Lithuania and Denmark. Get ready. For Lithuania's presentation, our colleagues asked me to flex my voice a little bit on the stage and deliver the message to you from them. Of course, they invite you to visit their expo right here on the second floor. And may I quote, a brief introduction to Lithuania's maritime territory, which includes our territorial sea, exclusive economic zone, and continental shelf. Our strategic focus is on balancing economic growth with ecological sustainability, ensuring efficient use of marine spaces and strengthening land-sea connectivity. Key initiatives include upgrading the Klaipėda seaport as a major transport hub, and of course expanding small coastal ports for better connectivity. We're also advancing offshore wind farms within the EEZ, integrating renewable energy into our grid for a sustainable future. While limiting mineral exploration, we prioritize protecting our underwater natural and cultural heritage through research and conservation efforts. Coastal areas are also being developed for recreation and tourism, highlighting our commitment to sustainable coastal tourism. We have approached 100% quality standard of the marine beaches in Lithuania. Land-sea integration is achieved through strategic planning, focusing on multimodal transport and regional cooperation, especially via the Klaipėda port, part of the East-West corridor. However, challenges remain. Maintaining ecosystem health and research of them, preventing environmental impacts and their evaluation, and ensuring space sharing among activities are complex tasks that require careful planning and regional cooperation. In summary, Lithuania's maritime strategy aims to develop our marine resources sustainably while preserving the Baltic Sea's ecological integrity, working hand in hand for economic growth and environmental protection. Thank you to our Lithuanian colleagues. Can we see you in the room? Is someone from Lithuania here? Yes, right there, right there. Hello, round of applause to our Lithuanian colleagues. Happy to see you. And they will greet you in the expo zone on the second floor. I hope I was cordial enough with the time for Gatis. We see he's working still on some details, but research was highlighted several times in the message by our Lithuanian colleagues, and looks like they're turning fish into money. Nice, I like that. That's what we want, gaining from our nature and preserving it as well in the same time. All right, while Gatis puts some final touches on the illustration, I would like to welcome on the stage from Denmark and Poland, get ready, from Denmark, Malte Hvitsten, welcome.
Hi, so thank you for the invitation to the 5th Baltic MSP Forum. And my name is Malte Hvitsten, and I'm a data and MSP expert from the Danish Maritime Authority. And I'm going to talk about some of the best practices and main challenges in the Danish MSP. But first, just a really quick overview of the Danish MSP. And as many of you may know, Denmark got its first MSP in 2023, and it was amended already in 2024, where we had an increased focus on renewable energy and nature protection. And due to my limited time here, I've chosen just to talk about 3 of the main good practices we have in Denmark. And the first one is the legally binding aspect of our MSP. It is issued as a digital executive order, making it the first and only kind in Denmark, and also legally binding for all public authorities. And that means that they can't grant permissions for activities that conflict with the aerial designations of the MSP. And the MSP is also prepared and implemented through a permanent coordination structure involving all relevant ministries and sectoral agencies, which makes the approach cross-ministerial and cross-sectoral, and it makes a more coherent planning process, results in early conflict resolution and a balanced consideration of all interests. And then finally, the digital solution of the MSP, it ensures transparency, predictability, historical tracking, and easy access for all users. And the MSP, the legal text, and the explanatory report are available in both Danish and English, and all the plan layers are provided as open source, Inspire compliant VMS and BFF services, so everybody with an interest in the MSP can fully access all the data. And essentially, our digital solution has 2 main functions. The first is just simply to display the MSP and all relevant information to the MSP, and then secondly, to function as a consultation platform, giving national and neighboring stakeholders direct access for commenting. But it can't all just be good stuff. There are still many challenges related to MSP, and I just chosen 2 main ones in Denmark. And the first challenge is the integration of EBA and CIA in MSP, and it's challenging to translate these concepts into practical spatial planning and decision making. And this is due to the complicated interactions between human pressures and ecosystem components. However, we are working with the Danish Environmental Protection Agency on development of a national tool to better integrate EBA and CIA into our MSP. And the second challenge is the integration of MSP into our public administration. And before the MSP, we had a first come, first served principle to ocean use. But now we work in a strategic and political way, and therefore we must ensure that the MSP is effectively implemented across authorities. And here the real challenge is to make sure that the MSP is reflected in permitting and decision-making by the different authorities. Yeah, so that was all from me. Thank you for your attention. And my colleague Sif and I hope to see you at our stand, where it is possible to explore our digital solution. Thank you.
Thank you for that presentation. Let's take a look. Well, it's all digital nowadays, right? Yeah. We see it right here on the stage. We used to go out to find out what's happening. Right now we have digital tools, we have aerial photography, we have drones and all kind of things, how to follow up on this. And well, that's most probably you in that chair, right? Thank you very much. A round of applause to our Denmark colleagues. All right, next up it's Poland, then Germany. Get ready, you will follow them. Let's welcome on the stage from Poland, two colleagues, I presume. A round of applause to both of them. Welcome here. Welcome back on the stage. Happy to see you. Hello. So please take the stage and the microphone, and the next 5 minutes are yours.
Thank you. So the Polish MSP is the law, and the strategic plan served us very well for a couple of years, but it's now time for a change. So we are planning on revision of the strategic Polish plan, and the key challenges that we have to deal with are national security and defense, with one remark, because right now our MSP legislation gives superiority to the actions that aim into national defense and life rescue, but it's still this huge topic for us. Then we've got dynamics of change and adapting to change, which is climate change related thing. Monitoring, we are not very good on monitoring, but our excuse is that we are civil servants, so we are working according to law, and our law says nothing right now about the MSP monitoring. Social acceptance, stakeholder engagement. This is like the continuous process, so we want to mitigate the conflicts, not to make them deeper. Environmental aspects, Natura 2000. Of course, in our plan, we are not planning Natura 2000. We are not terrorizing the Natura 2000 management plans and stuff like that, but we want our plan to be greener this time. Improving data sharing and integration across the ministers. The practice right now is that the data are gathered on request, so this is also something that could be related to the further monitoring. And strengthening coordination with sectoral policies, which works both sides. So we need to advocate for our MSP that other sectoral policies also see us. And for the good practice, I invited our planner, Magda.
Hello. So as for the good practices, one of the best good practice in Poland is that we are working in an integrated nature. That's why we are working together with the ministry, and the ministry is working with the institutions. We are one big, huge Polish MSP team. That's why we are here together. Okay, so I will give you two examples. One is the example stemming from the national process, and one is the example of how the national process took the project good practice into reality. So from national process and the land sea interactions, you are probably all aware about our big plan, but you have to be aware also that we have altogether, or we will have more than 20 plans, because we are covering the territorial sea, the exclusive economic zone, but also every square kilometer of the internal sea waters. That's why we have the plans for lagoons, for port areas, and they are all following the same regulation. And when you are going down to the region, to the very local level, then the work really incorporates the land-sea interactions. We are checking every local planning document to see what are the connections with and what are the the connections between the local community and the water areas, and that's we are taking into consideration. So this is one of the, I think, good examples of land-sea interactions. Another example I want to tell you, we were all, or almost all, or partly engaged in two projects on Participate, that was Participate? I think it was Participate, and EMSP, where we were working on the guidelines, how to monitor, how to assess the maritime special plans. So in one of the projects in Participate, the huge work on indicators has been performed, how to assess the implementation of the plans. And in EMSP, we got the guidance how to monitor and how to cut the monitoring elephant into pieces. So we took this advance, and at the national level, there is a group dedicated to the monitoring of the plan. And as a result, in last year, there was prepared the first, let's say, monitoring report, looking at the changes in the spatial development and also assessing how the, let's say, big plan, how it was implemented. So we were counting all the indicators. We were asking the stakeholders, how do you like, what challenges do you see? So based on these project results, we built next step in our MSP. So I think that's all, and please welcome on the second floor to our stand, where we will detailedly tell you everything about our good practices. Yep, thank you.
A round of applause to Kamil and Magdalena. Let's take a quick look, shall we, at the image that we have on the screen. Wind farms, green energy integrated into our sea, and I think that's a real trend. I read the recent UN report on climate change, and that was one of the positive points amongst very worrying points of how we are doing overall. But if we keep our efforts up, if we work together, then it's going to be okay. Yeah. A round of applause to our Polish colleagues. Thank you very much. All right, next up it is Germany. Yes, Gatis. Yes.
I hear that this is that was Germany.
Ah, we switched up. It's okay. So we're gonna have Germany, and then next.
They are very close. So at first I heard Germany, and then I thought, sounds strange.
It's okay, Gatis. So you have to work your memory and work on Poland while we listen to Germany.
Okay.
So thank you, Gatis, for clarifying. It's okay. You're the artist. You're working on the canvas. We're just here to perform for the audience. So let's welcome on the stage from Germany, Bettina Kappeler. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, the stage is yours, 5 minutes, and let's see how it goes.
Yes, hello. I'm going to present some points or some things which you find on our poster upstairs, and which shows the current maritime spatial plan and from 21, which is the second iteration of our MSP. And the main challenges addressed in this plan for the German EEZ included ensuring sufficient space for offshore wind energy expansion targets at that time, while also safeguarding important shipping routes and nature reserves. And you'll also see some elements of our sectoral spatial plan. When expansion targets were even further increased by the new government in 21, new options for additional wind energy areas were being sought. The main instrument for this kind of deviation from the MSP at 21 being the sectoral spatial plan, the so-called site development plan for offshore wind, which is being updated in shorter intervals of about 2 years. And this included introducing solutions for overlapping activities, such as offshore wind with fisheries research, or conducting risk analysis and shipping studies, and focusing on the North Sea, negotiations with the Netherlands and Denmark on adoption of shipping routes, creating options for turning priority areas for shipping into wind energy areas in the German EEZ. Further challenges remain and have to be addressed, such as on the effects of spatial designations, for example, on commercial fish in the fishery in the EZ, since this sector faces even more spatial restrictions with regard to wind energy areas, management measures in protected areas, and shipping routes. And so in this context, potential options for co-use or multi-use of wind farm areas have been analyzed in a most recent expert study for the responsible German ministry. In the Interreg project Mosaic, enablers and barriers to multi-use will be further looked at on a North Sea basin level. Another study conducted as part of the Mosaic project has modeled future spatial scenarios of service traffic in the North Sea until 2050 in view of future decline in oil and gas production and large-scale expansion of offshore wind energy. These may not be all challenges or recent tasks which we face. There will be a monitoring and evaluation phase now for the 21 MSP for the EZ, and further tasks which we will face during the next years. Yes, this is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bettina. If you may be here for a bit, who do you wish to meet in the expo zone? Before we look at the photo, maybe you can elaborate more. Who do you wish to see in your expo zone? What collaborations are you looking forward to? If you may give us that insight in the expo zone. In the microphone, please.
Yes, maybe other experts here who are dealing with this issue of multi-use, because this is just what I have been working on mostly and during the last month, and discussing the state of discussion in other countries, as we heard about this before from other countries, and also what's happening in the projects, and compare what we are doing in our projects at the moment.
Because that's what it's all about. It's about collaboration and coming together in events like this. So right now, let's take a quick look at the picture that we have so far. So we have Poland joining us, but as we see, Germany is also here. A lot of fishing, a lot of different fishing techniques. Let's see who gets the biggest fish in the end. So a round of applause to Bettina and Gatis for filling out this part of our amazing interactive masterpiece. All right, next up, we're going to welcome on the stage Sweden, and the final presentation will be from Finland. But right now, from Sweden, Elin Celik. Welcome, Elin. Thank you. Nice to see you here in Riga. The timer is there. The microphone is ready for you, so the 5 minutes are yours.
Sweden now, okay? Hi, everyone. Very nice to see you, the MSP community, which is very nice to be a part of. So, we're facing changing political objectives. They are reflecting changing realities and also some increased awareness of some topics, but also shifting priorities. Our seas are not in a good environmental status, and targets for nature restoration and biodiversity are increasing. And the need for mitigation and adaptation to climate change is growing bigger. We also have a shifting security landscape in the Baltic, and the Swedish security priorities are affecting the development of offshore wind, which has been a main driver for the Swedish MSP. And the offshore wind is also affected by political developments in Sweden, shifting towards nuclear energy sources, and we also have issues about economic feasibility and so on. So one challenge in the planning is about balance different interests and to reach a holistically desired future use of our seas. Coexistence solutions, or the prioritization of one interest over another, leads to effects that are cumulatively challenging to evaluate or assess, but where we really need optimized choices to be done. especially balancing or promoting coexistence have been challenging between energy and nature, fisheries and nature, fisheries and energy, energy and defense. And speaking about cumulative impacts, we face challenges in assessing them cross-border or at sea level basin. And there is a great need to develop methods and shared and joint planning evidence for a lot of topics here, for example, climate change, birds, marine mammals, bats, just to mention a few. And now I would like to shift to the good practices a bit more, and the good practices in the Swedish MSP work. And I would like to highlight the Swedish MSP in terms of being proactive when it comes to biodiversity, resilience, and connectivity, and to strengthen infrastructure and ecosystem services, since our MSP is not only reflecting the existing marine protected areas, but also guiding future management and consideration to additional nature values and climate refugium. So this means that our MSP is not only able to facilitate, but also promote the increased biodiversity and nature restoration targets from EU level. And in the making of the MSP, we have participatory approach in engaging a wide range of stakeholders, of course, like all of you have, but especially active are our national agencies and also the county administrative boards at the regional level in planning evidence, even assessing different planning solutions and the impact assessments. And I would also like to highlight the broad scope that we have in our impact assessments, including not only the environmental effects, but also assessments of economic and social aspects. And when it comes to ESPO consultations, one of the good practices here is as well the broad scope, where we try to consult the planning issues and the planning solutions alongside with the cross-border environmental effects. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Eli. Thank you very much for that. So let's take a look at our picture. As I see, Gatis knows that the national bird of Sweden is the common blackbird, right? So we have that. And this is Sweden, all right? So the superheroes of nature are here with us here today. And the biodiversity plan. So it's all there. So round of applause. A round of applause to Eli and our Swedish colleagues. See you on the second floor of the expo zone. Nice. Batman. All right. Who knew Batman lives in Sweden? All right. The last country we want to see on this stage is Finland. Finland, where are you? Right there. Let's welcome on the stage Timo Rantanen. Welcome, Timo. Happy to see you. So let's add that last masterpiece in the Finnish map. 5 minutes are yours.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Timo from Finland. I'm representing key challenges and good practices in MSP in Finland. So let's start with the challenges. Wait a second, yes. Now I'm almost ready, so yeah. So in Finland, our first key challenge in MSP is how to plan blue-green infrastructure for Finland's marine areas. So current maritime spatial plan shows ecological connections and valuable underwater nature areas on the plan map, but there is need for more comprehensive networks supporting the interconnectedness of environmental features. And therefore, the discussion on including a network of blue-green infrastructure has been started through the pilot done in the Baltic Sea2Land project. And the planning how to execute it is ongoing at the moment. And our second challenge is related to climate change refugees. So at the moment, climate change refugees are not yet to be identified, and to get this information into the MSP process, new data and modelings are required. And based on the new data and modelings, it would be possible to predict future developments and also support climate change mitigation and adaptation. And our third challenge is work remains to be done on cross-border cooperation and planning. So the Finnish MSP is challenged by how to address cross-border issues together with Sweden and Estonia, but also more widely on sea basin level with other Baltic Sea countries. And to achieve better cross-border planning, for example, better data is needed. And then we also have determined 3 good practices in MSP. First one is maritime sector's resilience and comprehensive security supported in Finland's MSP revision. And during our MSP revision, study focusing on the role of MSP in supporting maritime sectors in security issues has completed. In this event, there also will be own session called Safety and Security of Supply in the Baltic Sea, which is scheduled for tomorrow. And second good practice from our point of view is successful regional collaboration across the whole coast of Finland. And our planning system is different than in some other countries, as the coastal regional councils are the competent MSP authorities in Finland. And 8 coastal regional councils work in close collaboration within the Finnish MSP coordination, which consists of regional land use planners, GIS experts, and representatives from the Ministry of Environment. And the last good practice that we have recognized is Finland's coastal strategy developed hand in hand with the Maritime Spatial Plan. So Finland's Maritime Spatial Plan's vision was used as the starting point for the updating of Finland's coastal strategy. And the strategy complements and furthers the vision and guides coastal action development and planning. And its aim is to promote the sustainable use of the coast and to improve the state of marine environment. So these were the challenges and good practices of Finland. You're very welcome to visit our stand. Thank you.
Thank you, Timo. All right, let's take a look. There's the strategy of coastal maritime spatial plan working together. That's definitely not you on the beach.
No, I don't think so. No.
But +2 degrees is something where Finns still go out to the beach, right?
Yeah,
of course. Maybe that's you in the water right there, looking.
Yeah, it looks like me.
It looks like you. So a round of applause to Timo and our Finnish colleagues. Thank you very much for being a part of this experience. All right, let's see. Gatis, do you need some more moments to finish up on the final touches? Yeah, a little bit. So I will ask on the stage my colleague, Natalia, maybe you can use this microphone right here. What did you hear? What is your maybe takeaway from what we heard? And then we can talk with Gatis afterwards. How was this experience overall? Have you ever seen something like this done on the stage?
I've never seen anything like this on the stage, live, and also regarding MSP. So this is extremely interesting. Also very interesting were the presentations, and I'm eager to see all your stands, expo stands. So countries were emphasizing different aspects of MSP, like Estonia first. Estonia was focused on, I would say, positiveness-based approach. That positiveness was coming from Lemba's presentation, so this is very important, I think. For Latvia and for Lithuania, I can see that the greatest target is to have a holistic MSP. In Denmark, they balance different interests and use digital solutions. Poland is focused on following law and cooperation among institutions.
And Germany is focused on sustainable development, Sweden on coexistence of different sectors, Finland is working on maritime sector resilience, and I could also observe that we all like our job and we are happy about our achievements, and I think this all comes from Gatis' work. We really can see that happiness, also we can see coherence, what we work on really hard every day. And Gatis, I must say that I really thank you for that little mix-up, Poland and Germany, because you know, I think this is a very good reminder to all of us that we share one sea, that is our sea, one sea, and for fish, for birds, for bats, it doesn't matter who planned it, because for them, borders don't exist. So Gatis, thank you for this. Excellent work.
Thank you, Natalia. Thank you for your observations, and I will see you also this evening in the evening celebration. I hope that you have all marked it down in your calendars. Evening is free for the celebration, so I will see you there, and I will see you back here on the stage for the second day program, not on this stage, but the third floor tomorrow, right? Yes, so a round of applause to Natalia for the amazing job she's been doing here in our event. So, Gatis, if you may take the mic, I have to say, I think this is first kind of masterpiece I've seen from you, because I know that you're working a lot. Are you drawing illustrations daily? How many do you do per month?
Yes, I'm drawing, mainly I'm drawing daily. I am trying not to draw maybe on Saturdays sometimes.
Sometimes, just for fun maybe.
Because if you are drawing completely all days, it's not so funny anymore maybe, but sometimes you need a rest. But sometimes I also, when I am on vacation, I realize that I wanted to start to draw again. So
that's the passion that we're talking about. All right, let's talk about this art piece right here. I see that your imagination is running wild when you go through this, and it's even hard to maybe drop your eye on one specific thing. But how do you choose? Not just in this picture, but in the illustrations that you do daily of caricatures of daily events and important processes. How do you choose the main heroes, the objects that you draw? How do you get that imagination for your work?
I think if that thing somehow relates to me, then I think it's important to draw it, and I try to feel also people around me, which is more important, which not, and also sometimes from some maybe not so important topic could come out some good cartoon. So it's difficult to say, but in overall, you need to feel society around you and trust your intuition or something like that.
Because I want to commend you on this and raise the fact that actually your illustrations are very important, because you connect to the society in an artistic way, and you are the one who highlights and puts in these thoughts that maybe have not been said. For example, that ship right there, right top corner with the anchor, that's the thing that's very worrying for us in Latvia, as well as we protect our internet cables in the Baltic Sea, that we are connected all the time. So doesn't that put a lot of pressure on you? What is the underlying message in the image?
You mean in this? I just want to highlight this also, because it's also happens in Baltic Sea, and so not just good things which countries around Baltic Sea wants to implement and to do, but also we need to remember about this and
see your work. So just to wrap it up, if someone wants to connect with you or maybe follow your work, which is the best platform to get that? Is that Instagram?
Yes, my Instagram, or or gatisšļūka.com, and then you can find other resources, Instagram, social media. And
I love your Instagram account. Kudos to that. I follow it daily. I love the work that you do there. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Gatis Šļūka. Thank you. Thank you for this masterpiece. And I really hope that this gets on a physical canvas somewhere, and it's part of the MSP Forum aura and history that we're creating together during these years. So thank you very much for that. Before I let you go, please stick with me just for one more minute. So first of all, when you're going for lunch, you will see QR codes on these printouts, several QR codes, which are important surveys. You are the stakeholders, you are the VIPs, the people with opinion, and we need your feedback in different surveys from projects involved here today. So those QR codes are safe to scan. Okay, it's safe to scan, and then approach those surveys and fill them out, either today, tomorrow, during a coffee break. Just fill them out, give your input on the projects that are here today. And in the expo zone, which will be open already during lunch, you will meet not just the country representatives that you saw on this stage, but also people from VASAB, from Helcom, from Nord Regio, Submariner Network for Blue Growth, and EU SBSR policy areas of spatial planning, safe and energy. They are all here in the expo, so you can meet them here, mingle with them, and enjoy lunch. But when lunch will end at 2 o'clock, we will start with our first parallel sessions. I will inform you through the loudspeakers when they start, but I just have to point out that at 2 o'clock we are restarting with the first parallel sessions, and you might have the question, which session did I sign up for? Well, right now, turn to your badges, check the badges on the other side, there is the program. And if my colleagues have worked hard enough, they have marked with a dot the parallel sessions which you have to attend, you sign up for them. Please don't, switch those sessions, because we need people in each room, but you will find with a dot marked the parallel session which you are attending. So yes, you can find the rooms right here. This is the main room. And then if you walk outside, there's the stairs which are going to the second floor. On the right and left side, there are the room numbers. If you mix them up, it's okay, you can switch, but you can find everything on your program as well. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to experience the magnificent transformation from hungry to happy. Bon appetit, everyone, and see you back at 2 o'clock. Thank you.